with 85 seconds.
Going to throw, going to lead a receiver, touchdown in the corner. Green takes it, steps back, looks, and he's going to go for Reggie Brown in the corner, and it's a touchdown. David Green in a shotgun, takes a snap. Green looks, and he's going in the corner for Gibson. Touchdown, a diving catch. And come back to pass, and we're going to go for a long pass. Touchdown! And looks, and he's going to go, he's got a man wide open. Touchdown in the right corner. Stafford takes in his back, and he's going to throw a long bomb. Hey, he's got a man out there. It's complete on the 20. Stafford dropping back, looking, and decides to throw it 40 yards, and it's going to be a touchdown. Stafford retreats, looks, pumps, throw, touchdown, 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 my God, a touchdown, 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 Massacre. And Stafford now running to the right, fires, and it's complete. We caught it 1 yard in, Massacre.
Play action fake to Brown. Stafford wants to go for it all right here. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Georgia wins! Bucks stay in the eye. This time will pass. Stafford right down the middle. He's got a man wide open. It's caught by Massacre. 50, 40. So long, everybody. Massacre. Touchdown! For Stafford, he's going to go deep, far sideline. Henderson. He caught it! He caught it! Touchdown! Holy smokes! He throws down the middle. Caught more! 15, 10, 5. He angles into the end zone. Stafford avoids the sack, fakes, runs to the near sideline, still looking, throws it into the end zone, and touchdown!
Okay, the first thing that we want to talk about today is the quarterback-center exchange. And the first thing that our quarterbacks have to understand is that every single quarterback needs to have his hand placement in the very same spot. If one quarterback digs in too far and one quarterback has his hand too far back, then all of a sudden the center gets confused as to where the ball should go. So the goal that we have here is for our hand to be at about a 45-degree angle. We don't want to dig in too tight, as I'm doing there, and one reason why is we don't want our feet to be too close to the center. We might have a guard right next to us that will step on our feet and cause us to fall down. So the goal is to have our feet as far away as possible from the center and still have a little bit of bend in the elbow so we can move with the center's rear end if the center's rear end does move, which it does, and that's why we need good hand pressure too. The goal is to have our hand at the right angle and also have it with good hand pressure. Now, what we're about to show you here, and I'm going to run it back just a tad, is that we want the quarterback to put the ball in his hand in the manner in which he wants to receive it from the center. So we have the QB put the ball in his hand on the laces the way he likes it. Then he will stick his hand on the center's rear at the angle that we talked about a minute ago, and we allow the center to reach through and pull the ball down in front of him to where he will see where the laces are. And so the center can see that the laces are at a certain angle. That's how he's going to set that ball every time he attempts to snap the ball. Now, we also want the center's hand to be pushed out in front of his helmet, so we move the line of scrimmage. We move that defense away from our offensive line. That's another key point for the center, to have that arm stretched out in front of his head as far as he can and still keep good balance in his stance. So now the center sees exactly how the laces should be when the ball is on the ground. And then the next thing we're going to do is move into a drill where the center will snap the ball full speed to the quarterback, and the quarterback will receive the ball with one hand only. And right-handed quarterbacks are going to receive the ball with the right hand. So we want the ball to hit the quarterback's hand right on the laces, right where he wants it. And in this drill, the goal is for the center to snap it up and pop it flush into the hand of the quarterback, the one hand, and for the center not to let go of the ball until the quarterback can receive the ball and pull the ball away. So we're doing it one by one in this drill, where they're snapping the ball and the quarterback is able to hit the sweet spot and be able to pull the ball away from the center, going right down the line. And again, it's crucial that each quarterback has his hand in the very same placement. Now, the next drill we're going to do is we're going to get into the snap and the seating of the football by the quarterback. What I mean by seating the football is once the ball is received from the center, then I want the quarterback to seat the ball to his belly if it's going to be a run play, and to seat the ball just under his chin if it's a passing play. And also what we're going to do is run a drill where every single quarterback gets a chance to call his cadence. For example, we're going to run a play that we call R belly 34. And we'll call the cadences out across the way. It might be our cadence. We might have something on the quick, on one, and on the hard. That's just terminology we use, but everybody has their own terminology for their snap count. You might say it's on hike or on one, however you choose to do it. But so what will happen is the first quarterback will call the cadence, and every center will be prepared to snap. Every quarterback will be ready to retrieve it. And then we'll go right down the line with the second quarterback, the third quarterback, onto the fourth quarterback, taking their turn, giving the cadence. Another big part of this QB center exchange is not only do we want the hands of the quarterbacks to be the same, we also want their cadence to be the same. So we don't get confusion when the new quarterback comes in the game and all of a sudden these guys start jumping off sides because the cadence is different. So as you can see, these young men are all working in sync, and they're all getting the ball at the same time, and they're all working on the snap. Now I'm going to back up here just a little bit because now we've transitioned into a pass, and you can see now when the ball is being snapped, the quarterbacks are immediately seating the ball just on the backside of their chin, right about chin level, because they're now going to be in position to plant and throw the football. So that's the idea behind the drill, is to get every quarterback's hand in the proper hand placement. We want hand pressure on the center so he can feel it and know where to snap the ball to. We want the cadence to be identical by the quarterbacks so they all can understand that everybody has to move on the same kind of sound. And then the centers have got to learn to snap that thing full speed and then take either a pass set or a step in the running game, and we want them all to do it in sync. As you can see, we're doing a pretty good job of that right there. Last thing I'm going to talk about is hand pressure. I'm just going to make an emphasis on it. My left hand, the one with the watch, is representing the center's rear end, and my right hand is representing the hand that's going to receive the ball from the center. And what I'm trying to show here is that it's important to have hand pressure, because if the center's rear end moves and you have hand pressure, your hand will move with his rear end. If you have separation, like I'm showing here, between my hand and the center's rear end, if the center's rear end moves, I will get even more separation because my hand will not stay with it, and all of a sudden we're going to have the ball on the ground, which is the last thing we want. One last thing that I want to mention is we started out with the one-hand exchange, but what's going to happen is once we get back into our drill work, we're going to add the offhand, or the left hand in this case, to interlock right here at the thumb. So again, the hand that's receiving the ball, that the ball we want to hit flush on, is the right hand, the dominant hand, where we want it to hit the laces on our fingers. And then the left hand is going to be off to the side and will help us retrieve the ball once it hits flush on the top hand. But we do not want the ball to hit the backhand. We want the ball to hit flush on the hand that's given pressure on the center's rear end. And again, our second hand will be interlocked with our thumb right here, and which will help us retrieve the ball when we go live.
What we do every day, we're going to do a warm-up, and we always want to do a proper warm-up. I do not want the guys to go out and warm up on their own. We're always going to have an agenda on how we warm up. The first drill that we start with every day is quarterback on a right knee. And what we're working in this drill is we're working on ball placement. We always want a ball placement to be at the nose. And in this drill, I'm trying to stress shoulder turn, ball takeaway, and follow through. And really in warm-up, I'm really not concentrating on nothing but the fundamentals of throwing the football. And we'll start with the right drill, usually right foot down, right knee down, and usually we'll only throw about 5 or 6. The next drill we'll do is we'll go to both knees on the ground. In this drill, we're really working the same things that we did in the first drill, a good shoulder turn, a good high release 3/4, and I'm looking for them to exaggerate the follow through. So I want them to pull through with the left side, and they will actually fall down to both hands on the ground. Okay, after we go right knee, both knees on the ground, we will stand up, and now our feet are shoulder width apart. We're looking for a good shoulder turn. All right, I want shoulders level, chin tucked, good follow through, and again, we're concentrating on the finer points of throwing the ball, good mechanics, arm above the shoulder, pulling through with the left side, good rotation with our hips. We're doing this whole drill, we're thinking about the fundamentals of throwing the ball and hitting the spot, which is the nose. Okay, the next drill is what we call wrong shoulder drill. We're going to point the wrong shoulder to the target, and we're working on hip rotation. You've got to rotate their hips and point their left shoulder at the target. Again, still working follow through, still working ball placement hidden in the nose, but here we're trying to loosen our hips and get them to the target. The next part of the warm-up phase is where we're now standing parallel in the pocket, like we've hit our back foot, and this is the drive phase, where they are planted on their drive foot, their back foot, and I want them to feel the weight transfer from the back foot to the front knee. I think throwing the football has a lot to do with not just your arm, but the lower body. So I want them to feel what it feels like to transfer their weight from their back foot to their front knee. So they've got their back foot loaded. All right, now they're going to transfer their weight to the front knee. I'm not looking for a big overstride, just a short 6-inch step into the target. Again, still my aiming point is the face mask, the nose, but we're working on feeling that weight transfer, just feeling you transfer your weight. I think a lot, again, has to do, throwing the body has to do with your lower body, and transferring your weight using your hips. Okay, now we will move one side of the quarterbacks to the right, and it's still the weight transfer drill, but now we're throwing at an angle to our left. So the quarterback has to have his shoulders down, he has to have his chin tucked, and I want his eyes to go to the target. And now, because we're throwing to our left, he has to slightly step left of the target on his toe-in step so his hips can get through and he can feel the weight transfer through his hips. Across the field drops. Across the field drops, we're working our drive step portion of the drop. We're working on our ball set on our right shoulder with our shoulders level and our chin tucked. This drill usually goes from the inline to the opposite hash, really no faster than half speed, just getting them feel themselves dropping and keeping their front shoulder open. Nice job by the quarterback on the left. His head is straight downfield, his shoulders are level, and he can see the whole field. The next thing we'll do every day is we'll work our drops on a line. And the reason we work our drops on a line is so that the quarterback can see where they're stepping in relationship to the pocket. Okay, and what I'm talking about is the line right here. Right here he's on the goal line, the next quarterback's on the 5, the next guy's on the 10, and so forth, so they can see where their first step is. Right here we're working the 3-step drop and working really just the first step of the 3-step drop. We want to have on a 3-step drop, the first step is what we call a depth step. I really want him to get a lot of depth, and he's going to drive out underneath the pocket. The second step, well, he'll get tall on the crossover, and the third, he should plant and throw. Right here's the quarterback just working the first step of the drop. and this is what we call a drive step. So nice job by this quarterback. He's stepping, no false step with the left foot. He's driving out. His first step is on the midline. His football is in throwing position, and his shoulders are square, and his eyes are downfield. Nice drive step. That's what we want. Now the same guy's working the drive step. Everybody's working the drive step so they can feel themselves drive out and where we want to be. Good depth step on the first step. Now we're going to put it together. We're working a first step drive step. Second step is a crossover, and what I tell them is get tall, meaning get tall, get yourself in position to throw, and we're throwing 3-step to the right. 1, crossover, 2. When we land on our third step, we want to be in a perfect position where we can drive and throw the ball without a hitch. And all we're doing in this drill is feeling ourselves do the drop and throw it on time. I always tell the quarterbacks your eyes and your feet will follow. So you've got to get your eyes on the target and your feet will follow. Nice job here by this young man. Okay, now we're working 3-step to the left. Again, still a depth step. Second step, we're getting tall. And on the second step, his eyes will go to the target. So we'll work 3-step to the right, 3-step to the left. And this will be rapid fire where I'll go 3-step to the right and everybody quarterback will do it at one time. Then I'll go 3-step to the left. Every quarterback does it at the same time. And we'll do this every day over and over. The next drill that we'll do is a rhythm 5-step. A rhythm 5-step is an extenuation of a 3-step, okay? Meaning on our 5th step, we're going to plant and throw. On a rhythm, I tell them they can have 3 depth steps, meaning they drive out of there for the first 3. On the 4th step, they're going to get tall. And on the 5th step, they're going to plant and throw the football. Say we got 3 drive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4th step is a shorter step, meaning he's getting tall, getting himself on balance. When he hits 5, he can plant and throw. This is a rhythm 5 to the right. 3 drive, get tall on 4, plant and throw on the 5th. There should be no hitch or no gather here. We're throwing a timing route, usually an outcut. Now it's the rhythm 5 to the left. Nice job of Joe here. Exploding back. Look at his eyes right here after 3. On the crossover, his eyes are going to the target. Plant and throw for 5. Next drill is a deep 5-step. A deep 5 for us is what we call a 5 with a hitch, or 5 with a gather. Okay, so we're really going to drive out for the first 3. The 4th step, we're not going to get tall. Okay, our 4th step could still be a depth step. In the 5th step, we're going to plant and we're going to hitch up or gather up in the pocket. Okay, it means we got time. The route is usually some type of curl route where we don't have to throw in rhythm like a 5. So we're going to take 5 with a hitch. Okay, when we hitch, we don't want to cross over. We want to keep our feet parallel, all right, to our shoulders where we're ready to throw at any time. This is a deep 5. Really driving out. 5, we're going to hitch ourselves in position to throw the ball. Where on a rhythm 5, we had to get tall on 4 and be in position to throw on 5. On a deep 5, we really can drive back for maximum depth. The drops that we use in our offense, we would do every day. 3-step, 5-step, deep 5. We'll add play action into that mix, but I want it to be habit forming when these guys are going to do drops every day. So it's a habit when they're doing their drops, throwing the ball, so they can think about the route and the concept of the route and not their fundamentals of the drop. The next drill that we'll do every day is the hash drill. Okay, the hash drill will take the drops that we did on a line, and now we'll throw to a target. And the target will be another quarterback. 2 quarterbacks will be on one hash, the other 2 will be on the other hash, and now we'll take the drops that we just did on a line, and now we'll simulate throwing the ball. Right here is going to be 3-step to the right, and we're throwing a hitch route to the quarterback. Our aiming point is the outside shoulder, but now we're taking what we did on a line and we're transferring it to throwing it to a target. So we're doing 3-step to the right. Okay, first step is a drive step. Second step, we're getting tall. Third step, we're planting and throwing. and their aiming point on this throw is outside shoulder. But now we're working together. We're taking what we did from a line and throwing to a target, so now they can simulate the throw. This is 3-step to the right. And usually I'll throw 5 throws apiece, and I'll go to the next drop and the next phase. Okay, now we have the deep 5. Okay, we've done the 3-step, we've done the rhythm 5, and now we're doing deep 5, where we take 5 with a hitch, and we're still throwing to a spot. So we're looking to really explode out of there, all depth steps. On our 5th step, now we can plant and we can gather up and want to get in the throwing position. We do not have to throw on time here. Really all of these guys could really drive back for more depth in the pocket. Better job here of the guy on the left driving back for depth. All right, every day we'll try to incorporate some kind of quickness. Obviously we can't do quickness every day and do all these drills, but today we're going to do the ladder. I think a ladder is a great tool to work quickness for your quarterback. I don't think you've got to be the fastest guy in the world to play quarterback, but I do think you've got to have quick feet to move in the pocket. And ladder is a tool that we'll use to try to work on foot quickness here. Right here, all we're doing is working quarterback 2 feet in every hole on the command. The whistle will blow and he'll start. He's working as fast as he can, and sometimes I'll work ball security here where they got to hold it high and tight, trying to strip it out. We're just going 2 feet in every hole. Out of the ropes, they'll give a quick burst. And again, I think a ladder is good to work quick feet. This is something that I want these guys doing on their own year-round. Next drill will be 1 in every hole. And again, we're working ball security, holding it high and tight, and then we're moving our feet as fast as possible. The next drill is what we call the Icky Shuffle. The Icky Shuffle, we're going to lead with our right foot here, 2 in, 1 out. And again, it's just a drill that was invented by somebody that worked on the ladder, and it's just a way to work their feet as quick as possible. There's nothing scientific about this drill except we're moving them quick, and we're training our feet to be quick. Next is the drop drill, crossover drop, trying to go as fast as possible through, simulating a drop. Now we're holding the ball in a throwing position. Our eyes should be up, not looking down at the ladder. Next drill is single bag step over. In this drill, we're in the pocket and we've had to step over something. And basically this drill is try to move our feet. We're actually probably never going to step over a dummy or a person as many times as we're doing in this drill. But they're having to move their feet, and then on the whistle command, they have to get set and get themselves in a throwing position to throw the football. Whistle command starts the drill. We're stepping over the dummy. Our eyes should be downfield. On the next whistle command, they are to get their feet set and throw the ball. We're working eyes downfield. We're having to move our feet in the pocket, stepping over the dummy. Again, the coach blows the whistle to start the drill. Eyes downfield. Second whistle. Get their feet set in a throwing position and hit the guy in the nose. Good job by this guy. Eyes downfield, working his feet on the coach's command, gets him set, throws the ball. The next drill is what we call quick release karaoke. We're actually going to do karaoke as fast as we can on the first whistle. On the second whistle, I want to see which quarterback can get their foot in the ground and deliver the ball as quick as possible. We will actually compete in this drill. First whistle, they start karaoke, going fastest they can. Second whistle, put their foot in the ground and deliver the ball to their target. And we will compete in this drill. It's a little competition drill to see who can deliver the ball the quickest. Now, we never do a karaoke drop, but it's another format to try to make them work their feet and then deliver the football in a good throwing position. Day 2, we did the ladder. Day 3, we might not have a ladder. All right, we're working line drill quickness, another way to try to work our feet and make them as quick as possible. We'll actually do quick foot drills on the line. Here's right foot. Just working right foot back and forth as fast as we can. On a whistle, he'll start. I'm not looking to gain a lot of ground. I'm looking to keep my weight over my knees. I'm not trying to get too heavy here where I'm leaning too far forward. I want to be on balance, working my feet as fast as possible. On the second whistle, I'll break out and sprint for 5 yards. Again, I'm trying to work my feet as fast as possible and work on quickness for the quarterback. Just a different angle of doing right foot here, ground level. Nice job of staying on balance by that guy. Might be a little bit head heavy there. Now we're going to go to left foot. Same drill, now doing it with our left foot. Again, as fast as possible in short spaces, and then on the coach's command, we'll sprint out. Okay, the next drill is what we call the slalom. 2 feet together, working them across the line as fast as possible. Again, just another drill to work our feet, moving them as quick as possible. Okay, the next drill is quick feet up and back. We're going to lead with our left foot. It's got to go to the line and back, and then our right foot up and back. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, as fast as possible. Not big steps, but short, quick steps, keeping our feet up underneath us. Okay, the next drill is step over, shuffle. In this drill, we're going to step over 4 dummies, and we're working shuffling in the pocket. I think it's very key when you're working a pocket that you're going to keep a good base. You're going to stay in a throwing position at all times. I think it's very important that you work your drills, these drills with your quarterbacks, that they're always in a throwing position when they're working a pocket. And again, it's another drill where we're working footwork and trying to stay in a throwing position. The start of the drill, he will run over the dummies. When he's to the end, he's now stepping up in the pocket and shuffling front to back. And again, on the shuffle, the whole time he wants to keep his feet parallel apart in a good throwing position the whole way through. So it starts a drill on a whistle. He'll go all the way through, working shuffle up and back through the pocket. When he gets through, he'll deliver to the other quarterback, to the target. Now we'll do it again where he's shuffling front and back, and at some point through the drill, I will blow a whistle, and he's got to deliver the ball where he's not on balance. The first drill he'll go through and he's on balance the whole way. The second drill, he's on unbalanced. There's a guy rushing him. He's got to put his foot in the ground and deliver the ball. So once the first time we'll go the whole way through. The second time will be a whistle where he'll have to deliver the ball. The next drill will be pocket movement. Okay, the first pocket movement will be coach command. We'll take a drop, and the coach will simulate up, to the right or to the left, up again, and they'll deliver the ball to the target. Here we're taking a deep 5 drop. Coach's initial command is up, to the right, and up again. So I want him to step up in the pocket, hit his point, step up, step over to the right, and up. He's looking at the coach at all times. Up, over, up, ball. Okay, now the coach is going to be the rusher. The first one was coach command, offhand command. Now the coach is the rusher. He could be a high rusher or a low rusher. This is a low rusher where the quarterback has to avoid to the right, step over, reset, and throw the football. We're not trying to break contain here. All we're trying to do is stay in the pocket. We've got a high rusher here. It's a nice job of the quarterback keeping 2 hands on the ball, keeping his front shoulder down, protecting the football. Okay, now it's a avoiding rusher from the left. It's a low rusher. It's going to step over and up and get up in the pocket, deliver the ball. Again, nice job by the guy downfield. Now it's still pocket movement. Now we've added balls. We're going to avoid balls. Quarterback or coach is going to hit the balls, and we're trying to step and avoid and deliver the target. We're taking a deep 5, feel the rush, step over and up, and whichever side you end up, you will deliver the football. But all we're doing is taking a deep 5 drop. We want to stay in a throwing position, avoid the rush, deliver the ball. Okay, the next drill is pocket movement where we break contain outside the pocket. I mean, we've got on the perimeter of the defense. The first drill's in pocket movement where we stayed in the pocket, getting up to the right or to the left. Now we're breaking contain either left or right outside the pocket. This will be a coach or another defender will simulate a rusher. Here the coach is simulating a low rusher. The quarterback's taking a deep 5. He feels pressure. He's going to open his left hip and escape out of the pocket. Nice job of getting his shoulder square to the receiver and delivering the ball. This quarterback is going to have the same rush, a low rush, and he's going to use the whirly-bird technique. I still would like him to drop more, to take a deep 5, feel the rusher, and then escape outside. But we're going to escape outside with some depth, come to run, shoulder square, deliver the football. Now we've got a high rusher taking a deep 5. He feels the high rusher. He sets his point. He has to get up and escape out. When he escapes out, he's going to escape for width and depth. Now escape to the right. Again, another high rusher taking a deep 5, stepping up. Nice job of protecting the football. All right, dipping the right shoulder, 2 hands on the ball, protecting, escaping to the right. Low rusher, escape to the right, a little easier for a right-handed quarterback. He feels the pressure. Now we're just breaking contain with some speed, throwing the ball on the run. Still must get our shoulder square and deliver the football. The next drill, drop, step over, step up bag drill. Very similar to the step over shuffle drill that we used in day 3. Now we're going to add a drop to it. We need 4 dummies for this drill. Okay, they will be staggered, and to start the drill, the quarterback will take a 5-step drop. At the top of his drop, he now has to step over in the pocket. This is simulating a pocket. He's stepping over. He's shuffling up in the pocket. Now he's going to step over. He's going to drop again, step over, shuffle up, step over, drop, and at the end, deliver the football. So we're working the elements of the drop, step over in the pocket. We're working the shuffle up in the pocket. The whole time, we should be on balance when we're shuffling up in the pocket to deliver the ball. The whole time through this drill, he's going all the way through, and he doesn't throw the ball to the end of the bag. So we're throwing on balance. And I'm not looking for speed here. I'm looking for them to feel themselves in the pocket, stepping over, shuffling up in the pocket. Our shoulders should be level, eyes downfield, looking at a target. Okay, the first time through we were throwing on balance. Now we're going to go through. It could be a throw that we might have to throw off balance. So as he's going through the drill, I can blow the whistle at any time, and he's got to put his foot in the ground and get rid of the ball. So here he's taking his drop phase of the drill. I blow the whistle. He's got to put his foot in the ground and get rid of the football. Quarterback takes his drop. At the top of his drop, step over. Really don't like this here. He's kind of rushing through the drill. You got to take 5, get set, and then step over with his right foot. But when he's shuffling up there, I blew the whistle. He's got to be ready to throw the ball at any time. Whistle, feet set, deliver the football. Okay, now we're doing the same drill going to the left. Quarterback takes a deep 5 at the top of the drop. He's got a drop step in the pocket, and now step up in the pocket. Drop step, take his drop, top. He's going to work all the way through and deliver the ball at the end. Taking his deep 5, stepping over, getting up. Eyes should be downfield at all time. And again, this is not a speed drill. We're working on moving in the pocket and moving throughout the pocket on balance. Okay, now we're going to work an unbalanced throw, and anytime I can blow a whistle. So he worked the first phase of the drill. He took a drop, a deep 5, step over, and as he's stepping up in the pocket, I blow the whistle, and now he's got to have his feet set, ready to throw the ball, which they should be set in the shuffle phase up in the pocket. All right, this drill is the progression drill, where I'm working some type of progression with the quarterbacks. It's not necessarily a route that we would do. We're throwing the spots. In this drill right here, I will have three quarterbacks out. I have a quarterback to the left, a quarterback in the middle, and a quarterback to the right. Okay? The coach will be behind the drill. The first progression for the quarterback is the quarterback on the left. The second progression is the quarterback in the middle, and the third progression is the quarterback on the right. As he's taking his drop, here we are in the gun, so he'll be taking a three-step out of the gun. If the first quarterback, the quarterback to the left, arm is raised as he's taking his drop, he should hit his third step and deliver the ball without a hitch. If it's not raised, he should hitch up to the second progression. If his arms are raised, he should deliver the ball. If they're not raised, he should hitch to the third and deliver the ball. Here, first progression, you cannot see the guy to the left. We'll see a different angle in a minute, but before the ball snapped, coach has pointed to the guy. He's taking a three-step drop and delivering the ball. Here, he's going to the second progression. He's taking his drop. 1, 2, the first progression is not there. He's hitching to his second progression and delivering the football. Pointing to the first progression. Now it should be a rhythm 3 out of the gun without a hitch. So his eyes go to number 1. 1, 2, 3, deliver the ball. Coach is pointed to the third progression. Okay, left is number 1, middle is number 2, right is number 3. So his feet and his eyes should go to number 1. It's not there. Hitch to number 2. Hitch to number 3. Pointed to the middle. So that's his second progression. It should be 1 hitch. Not to number 1. Hitch to number 2. Okay, now we're going to take a progression drill and add a route concept. The first progression drill, we really don't have a route concept where we're going left, middle, right. Okay, but it's a good way to work their feet, all right, in the pocket and have them working no hitch, 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 just the concept of working your feet. Now we're going to add a route concept to it. This is a simple curl flat for us, a curl, a guy in the flat, and a check down. The progression here for us is curl number 1, the guy in the flat number 2, check down number 3. So the drill will be run the same way where the coach is going to point to the progression. The quarterback should take his proper drop. On this drill right here, we will take 1 hitch to the curl or the flat. If we hitch twice, the ball should go down to the check down. So coach is in the back of the picture pointing to the curls. The quarterback's taking his drop, a 3-step drop. The curls, hands are up. He should take 1 hitch and deliver the ball. Now we're pointing to the flat, 1 hitch to the flat. It's either going to be 1 hitch to curl or flat, 2 hitches to the check down. Nice job here. He checks curl to flat. It's not open. He knows where his check down is, checks it down to the back. And really this could be any route that you may do in your offense. You're taking the progression drill and you're adding a route concept to the drill. Nice job here. Quarterback working his feet to his 2 progressions. Curl, flat, check down, number 3. Now, the next drill is the progression drill. We're going to take it a step farther and add a defender. Okay, we're still throwing curl flat, but now we're going to add a free safety. We'll have a guy in the curl area and the flat area to the right and the left. The quarterback will read the free safety defender. Okay, he will throw the ball to the strong side or the weak side depending off of his rotation. The coach is still in the back. He's going to direct the defender either to go high or invert weak. Okay, if he were to invert high, the quarterback should be throwing curl flat to his left, and he will point to the curl of the flat where the guy is going to deliver the ball. If he inverts weak, quarterback should go away from rotation and throw curl flat strong. Okay, so we're taking a deep 5. All right, the quarterback's taking a deep 5. That's 5 with a hitch. He is reading the defender here. He is rotating high, so he knows he's going to throw curl flat to his left. The coach has pointed to the curl to the left, so the quarterback takes 5 with a hitch, and he delivers the curl. If his hands would have not been up, he would have hitched and delivered the ball in the flat. But now we're at a progression drill off of defender read. Okay, he's keying the free safety. Free safety again, works high. Taking his deep 5, his eyes should go left. Now he's hitching and throwing the ball in the flat. Because the flat is who the coach said was open by which receiver had his arms up. That's our basic fundamental drills we do for quarterbacks here at the University of Georgia. The main emphasis being working your footwork and making sure that we're on balance when we deliver the football.
And Green comes back. They're coming up behind him. He doesn't see him. He throws a long pass to Fred Gibson, who caught the ball. He fell down. They're coming on him. Green going to throw a long fly pattern to Terrence Edwards. Touchdown!
And Terrence Edwards caught the ball and dove in the end zone.
Green underneath. Comes back to pass, right across the middle, complete to Gibson, and then he faked the man out of his shoes and he scored. Fake, and we're going to go down that right corner, and a leaping catch and out of bounds by... On the 47, he got away from his man to 50 to 45. Time in the world, so he's going to throw it 100 million miles. And steps back and throws one for Terrence Edwards. He caught it. Touchdown with a man on his back.